certainly is two good talents, both these players. And on paper, it says it should go to the final leg. Out of the two, probably the bookies have got Benito just the favourite. But Joe Cullen has been playing exceptional for the last 2 or 3 months. The ironic thing is, if Devon had beaten Benito, then they would have played each other and they'd been together, they practiced with each other.
Game on!
But Joe has won the ball.
Yeah, he came into this tournament on a high, did Joe Cullen, after reaching his maiden CV quarter-final at the UK Open earlier this month. He beat Alan Norris and Stephen Bunting in Minehead before losing to Peter Wright.
85.
And he'll also be hoping to at least emulate his most recent European Tour experience, in which he beat Dave Chisnell and Barney to make the last 8 of the European Grand Prix in Sindelfingen as well. So he's got a little bit of pedigree behind him on the European stage, and he's also qualified for both Gibraltar and Hamburg coming up, so we'll see a lot more of him this year. May even see a lot more of him today as well. Van der Pas, though, will have plenty to say about that.
125.
Well, they're both very confident young men in their game. However, you kind of feel the one that gets out and gets a couple of legs in the lead and puts the pressure on is the one that will go on and win. Well, these are good darts from Cullen.
140.
Averaged just over 92 in that win over James Wade yesterday.
Well, the first maximum of the match goes to Benito.
75.
Well, Van der Pas with an outside chance of breaking through in the very first leg. Well, even more so now. 57 left here, so that leaves tops.
97.
Joe's coming back. It's not the best of doubles, as we mentioned so often. Oh, that's dodgy. Had a feeling from that sort of dart. You know, they normally, if it's on the wire, you've got a chance to find it, but that was so far away. He was scared of hitting the double. Splitting it with the first dart. Really messed up there, Joe. However, Van der Pas did not mess up, and he takes the early break.
Well, a setback for Cullen, but he's the sort of player who won't dwell on it for too long, and he'll try and respond straight away here. Can't afford to dwell on it for too long.
100.
Van der Pas had one obvious highlight last year on the European circuit. That was reaching the final in Riesa. Beat Michael van Gerwen in the last 16 there. But he hasn't really lived up to the expectations that he perhaps created for himself since then in Europe.
97.
Lost his opening matches against qualifiers in Dusseldorf, in Mulheim and in Sindelfingen. Lost in the quarter-finals in Venray last month as well. Beat James Wade there too.
78.
Oh, that's some cracking games this afternoon. Michael Smith against James Wilson, both over 100 averages. Ian White against
Yeller.
Against Yeller. I mean, me and Dan commentated on that. I mean, you won't get a better game of darts than that. It was backwards and forwards of some extremely high scoring, and there's edgy darts at doubles to close out matches. Of course, as we move on, you start to think about winning. It isn't until you get to today that you actually start thinking about winning the tournament.
139.
Yeah, James Richardson providing the upset of the day so far, beating Adrian Lewis to reach the quarterfinals. He has played in a European quarterfinal before in Austria in 2012. His run there was ended by Dave Chisnell. As Cullen does find that instant response. We said he was the sort of player who wouldn't dwell on the early setback for too long, and so it's proved to be.
It's strange because the double 9 is close to the double 14, and yet he attacked the double 14 with a completely different attitude as he did the double nine. The double nine is the first dart. Well, I put one on the outside, you know, because I don't want to bust it with the first dart. And of course, you put it so far away, it's not a guide. But the double 14 straight in the middle.
174.
Yeah, he's straight in the middle of the beds there as well. I've got to say about Joe as well, he must be one of the hardest working practices here this weekend. Every time I sort of nip upstairs and grab a sandwich or something, or, you know, seek refreshment, or just have a breather, he's always there on the practice board. He's tireless.
Yeah, I mean, we have two boards outside the official practice room. And Joe and Devon...
They're always there.
Well, in actual fact, it's because Devon, because he's lost, especially today, cannot go in the practice room.
Right.
So that's probably why you've seen him there today. A chance here for Joe Cullen to break the throw again. Had a chance in the first leg and messed up on it. Now double 16. Double 16 it is. 15 dart leg for Cullen. Sorry, it was to hold the throw, not to break.
Yeah, having broken back in leg 2, but that was a very confident takeout. Looked very assured and very certain of himself.
Well, like I said, you know, people say to me, well, they're professionals, you know, they should be able to hit any double. But the attitude of going for a double, each double is completely different. Like the double 9 is completely different from a double 16 or a double top. You just so aggressive on the doubles that you like and that have a good breakdown.
Yeah. And also, there's a lot riding on this for Joe Cullen as well.
99.
Well, the crowd in good voice again today. Not surprisingly, a sellout for this afternoon session and the evening session as well. It's been sold out all weekend. 3 days over Easter.
60
in the Ballhouse Forum.
82.
Tickets available, by the way, for the forthcoming European Tour events in Gibraltar and in Hamburg
62
in May, back-to-back weekends in May.
152.
Details via the pdc.tv website.
$38. Benito, you require 20.
Well, 3 darts at double 10, but he only needs one of them.
Benito, man at last, fifth leg Joe through first.
And we said it might be a match that goes the distance, and on the evidence of what we've seen so far, it could well be.
96.
Well, Joe is now managed by John Archer, who's got Stephen Bunting and Devon Peterson, and he's noticeable that Joe and Devon and Stephen are starting to put some form together. So whatever John Archer's doing, seems to be doing it right.
Yeah, I had a brief chat with John the other night. It's the first time really that I've spoken to him, and he's an affable character, isn't he?
Well, he's an intelligent guy. I mean, he's got his own business and been very clever for years. I've known him for a good number of years. He used to be a top sprinter, believe it or not.
Really?
He's a big lad, I know. He used to be a top sprinter.
102.
County standard 100 metre.
Just shows you can have any sort of background before embarking on a career in darts.
140. Joe requires 65.
Well, Van der Pas here, putting himself in a good position should Cullen fail here. Will he get the chance? No, he won't.
See, that's where Joe Cullen's game has improved so much. He was always a good scorer, but he would miss shots like that time and time again. And yet to hold on to his throw.
96.
in legs 3 and 5, he's taken out crucial checkouts.
At times when Van der Pas has been ready to pounce, just in case.
Exactly.
Yeah.
57.
Yeah, nerves of steel for Joe Cullen in those 2 legs. He leads 3-2. Van der Pas has this style with his
134.
throw whereby he sort of peers. He's almost stooped, isn't he? Because he's very tall.
Yeah, see, about 6'6", and he stoops really low for a big fellow. You know, you hear me say it all the time, you know, keep your height, but as you can see there,
He has to.
he really
adjust,
does
doesn't he?
lean forward and down.
Well,
171.
down into the treble 19 bed there with great consistency. But Cullen just filling it up just in case. Oh, 180 and then a 167 would be spectacular if he gets the opportunity. Wants another one.
80. Joe, you require 100.
Well, it's a big ask for Joe Cullen, and he's not going to do it now, but just set it up because Van der Pas, although he hit
60.
the level 10 first start in his previous leg that he won,
Game shot of
in
6
there
men.
again.
Benito, Van der Pas.
They're not giving a lot of weight. The averages,
First.
well, Benito just under the 100. Joe just over 90, but
63.
holding on to his throw very strongly.
Very difficult one to call this. I'd have to go with Cullen just
140.
because he does have the advantage of throwing first as well. If it comes to a deciding leg, it may prove telling.
100.
I said from the word go today that if you were looking for 2 qualifiers to get through, Dobie would be one and Joe Cullen another. May well be that both of those join James Richardson in the quarter-final lineup. Dobie against Chizzy to come later. That will be
Interesting
decent
game
action.
because Chris Dobie's played well over his 2 games. Although, you know, Chisnell, we know what a class player he is. He's not really been playing at the top of his game for a little while, so if Dobie can get into Chizzy earlier on, we could see that as the biggest seed upset today.
Yeah, absolutely. The winner of this, by the way, will face either William O'Connor or Gary Anderson.
Joe, you require 138.
Anderson was fairly devastating yesterday in his win against Darryl Gurney. Highest average of the day.
He was brilliant, wasn't he? Because Darryl could have been the real banana skin there.
Well, Van der Pas with a chance of a break.
Well, he's got a problem here, Rob, because that dart is covering up all the treble 20 and he wants 92, so he's got to stay there. Oh, he's gone for the 54. Double 19.
74. Joe, you require 94.
Well, will he go 25 or will he go straight for the treble 18? Straight for the treble 18. Now it's double 18 and double top.
What a checkout this would
Game
be.
shot on the
Very
7th.
stylishly done. He loves that, doesn't he? Just a little nod and a wink to his corner. And again, Van der Pas was waiting in the wings there, and Joe Cullen has really held his game together.
His last 3 legs have all been cleanly checked out.
30.
Back-to-back doubles for Joe Cullen.
45.
It's another hold of throat. And on we go here.
Yes, I'm afraid that first dart, the dart that went in double 18, does not go on his percentage of doubles.
No.
100.
180 followed up by a 45 and a 100. So Van der Pas has been stopped in his tracks a little bit here, but he's still got a bit of a cushion.
58.
Well, should ram home his advantage here.
$96. 140. Until you require 80.
3 darts too late, that big score from Cullen. He did that with the previous 3, really.
60.
He's going to get a chance at this one, 3, but needed another 20 points on the board to really give him a great chance. And Van der Pas, well, he's certainly liked the double 10 in this match. His last 2 legs have been won on the double 10 with the first dart.
Require 20.
Now, double 5 can be awkward for some.
Game shot on the 8th leg.
He's pointing away, and I think he's breathing a bit of sigh of relief.
He's probably pointing at Joe's corner.
Not going anywhere, is he? He's just hanging there. Joe Cullen gets himself in front. Van der Pas claws him back again.
Well, we expected a very close game, didn't we? We knew that no one was going to run away with this.
Well, Van der Pas opened the last leg with a 180, and he's opened up this leg with a 180 as well. But crucially, this is against the throw.
125.
Good return, though.
Now then, Benito, what have you got here?
140.
Yeah, he's not worried about the 9 darter. This leg is so important for Van der Pas.
140.
Good scoring this leg from both players.
Needs a minimum of a ton, which he'll get now. Oh, he's going to set it up absolutely perfect.
141. Joe.
Beautifully done.
Game shot.
And
what a
again,
class.
Joe Cullen.
A class leg from both players. And that is showing, again, that this is where Joe Cullen's game has improved so much. Taking out shots. Now, he's done that 4 out of them 5 legs that he's won. He's taken out the double cleanly, a check out, when Van der Pas has been sitting, waiting to pounce.
I mean, Van der Pas in that leg, 180, 140, and that 141, and he did nothing wrong there. I mean, that was just...
He's thrown 9 darts and 140, and you don't get another visit.
100.
You know, we say play your own game, you know, believe in your own ability, and again, that's what Cullen does now.
And he's got 6
and he's on a 9 dart.
Now, again, he won't really care about the 9 dart finish. Obviously, if he gets it, that's all well and good.
No, he just wants to go up there and hit 101, 105.
Joe, you require 100.
Get himself down to a very manageable finish with Van der Pas on 2 at 1, but never mind that. He might well do it. No, he won't.
89.
Yeah.
The old heart rate went up there a few beats.
Indeed it did. Van der Pas, his heart's racing here because he is on the verge of a defeat.
95.
And we could be about to say goodbye to another seed here. There could be another casualty on the way. Double 16 for Joe Cullen for a place in the quarterfinals this evening. Double 80 once, and, well, the agony goes on. He will return. 7 perfect darts and then missed doubles.
145.
Well, he just needs to take a big deep breath. It's not a bad guide.
Well, the tension is absolutely tangible here. And
after all the times he's taken, the last 4 out of them 5 legs, he's taken the double absolutely cleanly.
yeah, and in a leg where he took out 7 perfect darts, he may well lose it. He may well lose it. 2 bites at double 16 here for Van der Pas. He's got 1 more at double 8s. Cool as you like from the big Dutchman.
The 11th and final leg.
Well, just the sort of match that warrants a final leg, I think.
Yeah, and Joe's got the throw, so he's just got to concentrate. Don't let that upset him. Because with youngsters, you see it in them sometimes. They beat themselves up so much for giving away darts to win the match. But he's still got the advantage because he's throwing first. He went off on a nice straight ton, which is... He'll take that all every day of the week.
But it is ironic. He was inch perfect on his doubles for so long, and then when it really mattered at the business end, he couldn't find one.
5 darts. Should have been talking to us by now, shouldn't he?
Instead, he's on stage under the lights.
58.
Feeling the heat. There's very little between them in this final leg as well. Cullen with the advantage of throwing first, but he's not really pressing home that advantage at the moment. Van der Pas might well overhaul him here. Not with darts like that, he won't though.
125.
Well, he should get 9 darts from 306.
136.
No, he's down to the biggest of the lot. Having missed the 9 darter, he may well have the consolation prize of a 170 check out here, but Van der Pas again in a great position to challenge. Needs a treble here desperately, Joe Cullen, and he finds one with the final dart.
And he tell you require 115.
Flip of a coin here really for me. 58 remaining, that leaves tops.
75.
Desperately close.
Well, Joe's going to go for the treble 13, which leaves the double 16. Don't miss the 13. Well, now the big 18. And then he gets a dart at double top.
31.
Well,
And he tell you require 40.
has he got the stomach for the fight here? That's the question. Both players missing darts at tops. Van der Pas's turn now. Double 10 for the number 13 seed, double 5. Just takes a moment to steady himself here. One more go.
35.
And he's got a smile on his face, but he knows the opportunity may well have passed him by. It's like a penalty shootout now, this, isn't it?
Well, this is where, you know, they played so well, and this is where the nerves come in, closing the leg out. And Cullen has done it, finally.
Well, a match that always was likely to go the distance has served up an absolute treat for the fans here in the last 16 of the German Masters. And Joe Cullen's productive spell continues, just about getting over the line. A quarter-finalist at the UK Open earlier this month. He's now a quarter-finalist in Munich at the German Masters. He's beaten Benito Van der Pas by 6 legs to 5, and he could well face the world champion in the next round as well. Gary Anderson and Willie O'Connor.